Several MSNBC hosts decided another story was more important. So important, they made it the lead story during their hours.
You can imagine the alarm we felt when we heard about this on Sunday from Congressman Madison Cawthorn.
So Cawthorn, who, let's just reiterate, is not just some guy. He's a, yes, embarrassing, creepy, tree-punching, but sitting member of Congress.
Here's what the freshman Republican lawmaker from North Carolina, Madison Cawthorn, said at an event the previous weekend.
If our election systems continue to be rigged and continue to be stolen, then it's going to lead to one place, and it's bloodshed. And I will tell you, as much as I am willing to defend our liberty at all costs, there's nothing that I would dread doing more than having to pick up arms against a fellow American.
And I mean, Madison didn't say anything that we the people have not been saying since Biden was installed into the White House. That's nothing that hasn't been said amongst, people every day, all day. I've heard it. I hear it all the time. So all you're going to hear is the left, crying. Oh, he said he's going to pick up arms, If you remember the oath that all of our law enforcement and our military take is what is that? I know you're saying it in your head, or you might have said it out loud. Defend against all forms of threats, right? Foreign and domestic. I hope for some people I didn't have to actually say it, but he didn't say anything that a lot of us aren't saying right now. The difference is that a lot of people don't want to say it because of how they'll be looked at, or how the media will, try and spin it and say, you see, these people are insurrectionists and they're domestic terrorists and all that. Meanwhile, you have people like Antifa and Black Lives Matter actually doing it, actually picking up arms against people in America, right? But I know this is a fact. This doesn't go anywhere else other than this keeps happening. Yes, it will end up in bloodshed because a lot of us, most of us, are fed up with this crap. A lot of us are actually being nice. You would think, why would somebody want to be nice in a situation like this? But we're trying to do things the right way so that the people who basically made a lot of mistakes can see the error of their ways without there being a force of hand of any way, and in retaliation to the way things happened, with this current administration or regime. So there are a lot of people who want to just go and drag people out by their necks, but there are people who, the people that are alive, I'm talking about not the dead people, the people that are alive that actually did vote for this tyranny, that are now saying, I regret making this decision. I regret voting for this. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I signed up for. So, at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, you can take that comment however you want, but it narrows down to the fact that there's a reason that a lot of things are happening the way it's happening right now. And a lot of people are like, well, nobody's doing anything because, we're trying to let people get a taste of the medicine they asked for. And when enough people get enough of this medicine and they start getting sick from it, they're not going to want to take it anymore, right? And then we can say, okay, you see, we tried to warn you not to take that medicine, you know. But if it was the other way around and we just said, okay, we're not going to stand for this, and we just go and start grabbing people by their necks, you know, and pulling them out of White Houses and stuff like that, then, you know, that's what you will call people insurrectionists now, and that they're the ones trying to, you know, steal, and you know. So, but being nice, you know, usually comes with a price, right? That's why, you know, being nice comes with a price. And like I said, he didn't say anything that a lot of us aren't saying. So a lot of you guys can slow down, you know, because you know, your best friend is saying that same thing, you know, because we already know what's going on. I just like to say that as you see that there are going to be people, and there are people that are willing to, you know, fight for America, fight for our freedoms, our liberties, and at any cost, whatever it takes, right? To rid socialism, communism, Marxism out of our country, society, our communities, out of the minds of our children, at whatever cost it takes. So anybody that's feeling like, you know, everything's lost and, you know, it's all over and we're going to end up like China and Cuba and Australia and, you know, Mexico and Venezuela, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Unfortunately, you know, Australia, you know, China, they gave up their guns and and they're reaping the you know, rewards of that mistake. So, you know, fortunately, we haven't done that, and we won't do that, right? But you see that this administration is trying to bring in as many illegals from all around the country to load up to fill up their the gap, you know, of support they don't have anymore. So they're trying to build up their support from foreign countries that do not even like America and won't think twice about, you know, for a scrap here and a scrap there to instill terror and tyranny into American citizens, right? Because his army, their army, this administration's army has dwindled. The support of the American people has dwindled beyond you know, a noticeable number. So he needs new numbers. He needs new members, new army. He needs new voters. He needs new everything, because we're not going to give it to him, right? That's what that is. He needs to bring in more foreigners, more illegals, more everything that he can to defend, to basically defend themselves against us. Right? Act of treason against America. So, anybody that feels that same way, you know exactly what Madison is talking about. You know, patriots out there, you know exactly what Madison is talking about. How many of us has made that oath to defend America, right? Against all forms of threats, foreign and domestic. Well, right now, we have foreigners coming into America becoming domestic terrorists, right? Potential domestic terrorists, unvetted foreign domestic terrorists coming in from other countries, all around. Multiple countries from all angles, coming in planes, coming in boats. You know, God knows how many underground trains. They're just filling up America. So I just want people to understand, yo, feel how you feel about what president or whoever, right? Left, right, up, down, conservative, liberal, whatever. Feel how you want to feel. At the end of the day, if you want to live in this country, there's only one way to live in this country. And that's one, protecting your freedom, your liberties, right? Because where are you going to go? Where are you going to go if you can't live in America? You're going to go try and jump a Cuba border, right? You're going to try and go to China? Where are you going to go? Nowhere. Last line of defense is America. I know some people suffer from a level of mental illness that they can't understand. They can't even understand the concept of communism. They don't even, you can show these people right smack in their faces the results. You can show them Cuba, you can show them China, you can show them North Korea, you can show them Venezuela. They will have no idea what they're looking at, but still promote that lifestyle onto themselves and other people. Why? Because they have the freedom to. You understand that? You have the freedom, because you live in America, to even impose that kind of ideology. The fact that you can impose that kind of ideology should show you that you're in the greatest country in the world. The fact that you can express yourself the way you want to should show you clearly you are in the greatest country in the world. The fact that someone would even listen to you, no matter how ridiculous you sound, and agree with you, even if it's absolutely ridiculous and goes against any form of humanity or constitution or whatever, that even would agree with you, should show you that you're in the greatest country in the world. You go to the other countries where you can't even express that thought without even being executed or imprisoned. I think that's the only option for some of you people that think that communism is normal, that socialism is normal, that there's no place in America for that. No place in America for those ideologies. I don't know. I feel like it's a wake-up call. Madison said it on national TV. And I'm glad he said it. I didn't want to feel like I was the only one saying that. But I'm glad he said it. It feels good to know that, there are going to be people fighting on the front lines against this tyranny. Because we will not become Australia. Not a effing chance. You go see what's going on in Australia. You go see what's going on in Cuba, Venezuela. Right? North Korea, right? Come on. You guys can't be serious with this bull crap. You just keep up with this cult mentality, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the same ones pushing it are going to be the same ones hiding if it did have to come to bloodshed. They're going to be hiding. They want to push all this socialism and all this communism crap, you know, and imposing this woke mentality onto people. But when the pushback comes, those aren't going to be the people to defend that ideology. The ones that's going to be defending are the ones that are fighting for liberty and their freedoms in America. I remember the Army and their reason for joining. I used to hear, why do you want to join the Army? And I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if there was a movie also that said it. It was like, the replies were, I'm joining to kill communists, sir. I joined the Army to kill communists. Think about that one. And a lot of you don't know, but that was a real thing. That wasn't just some, you know, that there were wars on communism. For some reason, I have no idea what happened. I guess we got compromised. Our army, our military, and everybody got so compromised that the people who fought to eliminate communism, even in other countries, are like gone. I don't know where the hell they went. I don't know if they're all dead, and we got a whole new breed of, like, I don't know, woke military that you can say that you're a communist and it's normal. Like, it's normal to say that. There was a time when if you exposed yourself as a communist, you'd be executed. Now it's normal. Our own government, our military, were sent out on special missions to eliminate known communists around the world because they were communists. That's all gone for some reason. It's all gone now. And now they're festering there. They're like a plague, you know, just growing and spreading all over the place. In our schools, institutions, the military, the White House. I don't think some people even understand. Anyway, I wanted this to be like a 2-minute, 3-minute video. And I have to express some things on my mind that's been sitting there. I haven't made any videos on my YouTube for a little while now because I've just been studying and preparing for a lot of things outside of online. But this one thing, I have a few other things, other videos, some very informative videos that I'm going to put up soon, but I just don't know when, or I just don't really have the time to, you know, to put them together the way I want to, because there's a lot of information still coming in on everything. So I don't want to prematurely put things up that I'd have to add on to later and then add more. So I'm just going to sit back and let a lot of these things play out the way as we see they are playing out. A lot of information coming out with this administration. So I got a lot of I told you so videos coming out. You know, so I'll probably drop them at some point, you know, probably at the end of this year when it's over. You know, we got a lot of, you know, 2022 election things going on, 2024, you know, Larry Elder for governor of California. Definitely, I put him all over the place as much as I can. electelder.com. And definitely, if you in LA, if you in California, and I am telling you, that place is a hellhole. It needs help bad. electelder.com. Get there if you're in California and get that man in there, and get that demon out, Gavin Newsom. It's already happening. He can put as much money as he wants up. Soros can put as much money as he wants up. I don't see that saving him. They're even using like the Dominion voting systems that they used in the previous election that got Biden installed. So get Elder in there. Sliwa is running for, I believe, mayor of New York City. Sliwa is also, a strong one in America, and he's doing really well. From what I saw in the race, there's a lot of things going on right now, and a lot of people that are trying to do their best. I know people like, oh, don't wait for some white knight to save us, and things like that. But at the end of the day, it really does begin with election and getting the right people in there to keep the wrong people in there, right? And then we have to do the work. That's just the start. That's just the beginning. You get them in there. That's just the beginning, right? After that, you got to continue the work. You can't just say, oh, well, so-and-so, we got him in the office, and don't do anything else after that. You still have to keep the heat on. You have to keep the heat on. California, get Elder in there. And then when he's in there, you got to keep the heat on. You can't just fall back and then leave him, to the wolves to fend for himself. You have to continue your support. You have to continue to show that this, will not be tolerated again. So the next ones coming in to run will know what they have to face next time they try to install, puppets into our offices that we pay for, right? That we pay for. We elect. We don't support installed, puppets. We vote. We either support or are disappointed with our elected officials. But installed puppets, we don't support. Or we the people don't. So get the real people in there and then continue your support. That's how we, keep the right ones in and the wrong ones out. When you go about your day like there's nothing going on in the world, like everything is okay and nothing matters because it's happening over there in that country or it's happening over there in that city. What they're doing in Australia is a test. They're testing. Test. And it worked over there. Pretty much, I'm not saying that they're wusses, that, it's a country full of, pansies. I'm just saying that the way they ran their government worked for the government. They have total control. The people, the citizens of Australia, have no way to protect themselves against the tyranny. They have nothing. And when they try, what happens? Their own, paid by them, by the citizens, government officials, run them down. Bear spray, pepper spray, you name it. Rubber bullets, real bullets. And what do the citizens have? Rocks, bottles, right? garbage cans they can throw at their cars. Like, that's it. There's no way to protect themselves. You don't see this happening in Chicago. You don't see this happening in Chicago, in that hellhole, with the worst governor. That governor is worse than Gavin. Okay? Lightfoot. Right? So, there's so many guns in Chicago. I don't even know if the military can even deal with that, right? But yeah, Chicago. You don't see that happening in Chicago, right? Because all they can do with that kind of those kind of citizens, all they can do is impose policies that will, let's say, restrict the people of that city, community, or whatever from, living the way they want to and cause hardship and fear. But they won't go in there themselves and do it. So they'll impose the policies on your store, your local store owners, companies, and have you fighting amongst yourselves, burning your own stores or, your local stores, your local supermarket. That's how they, call it the division. That's how they'll call it the division. They impose these draconian policies into your community and have the people fight amongst the people. Have you going head to head with your grocery store manager or your nearest grocery store clerk, right? Even your laundromat workers, because they be like, oh, if you want to wash your clothes here today, you need to show that you got a vaccine. Yes, I'm going to violate your HIPAA law and force you to provide your personal medical information in order for you to wash your clothes. Man, listen, right now there hasn't been enough places around New York City doing that for it to cause up like a higher upscale of crime and riots. But when it hits certain city, if it does hit certain boroughs like the Bronx and Brooklyn and places like that, where people will retaliate with a high level of crime against places that do that, you're going to see it all over the place. It's not even going to, the fake news, CNN, none of them are going to even be able to hide it. It's going to be so insane to where these people in these communities can't even go into their local supermarket because they're talking about you need to be vaccinated, right? Those people in Brooklyn and around my area in the Bronx are going to do some crazy things. And I mean, hey, look, listen, I'm just being real. But that's what they want, right? That's what they want. They want us to do that amongst ourselves. They want us to turn our guns against each other, right? You see in Venezuela and places like that, and China, those places where they don't have any guns, the citizens don't have any guns, they can go in there and do it themselves and impose these draconian policies and enforce them themselves, right? But with us, our government, all they can do is, say, hey, look, we can't force you to do it, but we can make life hard for you if you don't. You understand? Because they don't want to come out here and taste the wrath of what you see on TV on, you see what goes on around here in the Bronx, Brooklyn, all these cities, right? Bodies on the floor, shootings, and, they don't want none of that. They don't want no parts of that at all. Trust me. They don't want no parts of that, So, there's a lot of people that feel like that's coming to our city. It's not. Okay? Rest assured it's not. Okay? I tell people this isn't China. This isn't Venezuela. This isn't, Australia. This, you know, this is this is the city that never sleeps. Okay, the city of everything: gunplay, fist fights, knife fights, lights, camera, action. Everything is here. We have everything here, right? And it's not going anywhere. So, worrying about them imposing that level of tyranny is not going to happen unless they're willing to go into full-scale war. Because right now we're in a light war. We're in a light war with our government right now. Okay? The Biden regime has imposed a light war on the citizens of America. Okay? So we are currently in a light war with our own government. Don't get it confused with, a war where people are shooting each other. I'm talking about light war, which is imposing these draconian lockdowns and measures against the people, right? And they're awaiting the reaction of the people to see how we respond, to see how many they have on their side that will comply, and to see how many will not comply, to see how many, whatever they want to call it, insurgents or domestic terrorists, whatever they want to call the people who do not, bend over and take it in the ass. All right? So we're in a light war with our government, and they're just sitting back and waiting to see how we respond to their policies, trying to control us from outside of the ring, right? They don't want to get in the ring with us. They want to be on the outside of the ring and find a way to throw little attacks from the outside of the ring, from the safety of behind the ropes, right? And see just how much reach they can have without actually getting involved, right? Or feeling the heat from the decisions they make, right? Or the policies they impose. So, respects to Media Buzz for this one. I don't know what else to say other than just make sure you guys are ready for whatever, because we got a lot, and I mean a lot, of illegal immigrants from all these countries. And yes, we do have some Taliban that got in to our country, okay? Military-aged men between 18 and 40 that is filling up our country, our immediate cities, okay? Our immediate cities, they're filling up our immediate cities, and they're being spread all over the place, okay? These are people who, which they have discovered to have been or are criminals in Afghanistan that are here now. Known criminals that are from Afghanistan that are here now. It's been already exposed that they have a number of Afghanistan, I wouldn't say escapees, because they were actually brought here purposely by the Biden regime and brought them here to our country, while the Americans were left over there and traded as hostages, right? So I'm just saying, see the left, right, whatever you want, as however you want to, but at the end of the day, you have to live here. You have to live here, and you also have to live with the decisions you make in this country. That's it. You have to live with the decisions you make in this country. And so far, the decisions people have been making for this regime, that's currently occupying the White House, you are seeing the results of it. Propaganda after propaganda after propaganda after propaganda. It never ends. Fear tactic after fear tactic after fear tactic after fear tactic never ends with these people. Every day, every week, every month, there's a new fear tactic coming from that left. A new distraction, a new fear tactic, more propaganda, loads and loads and loads of it. You never get a chance to sit back and breathe without some bullcrap coming from that left. No happy sunny days. There's just propaganda, fear tactic after fear tactic after propaganda every single day. Which causes people to go out and do stupid things. The level of stress is unbelievable in our communities right now. The level of crime has risen. This is like the LA riots out here, right? And you have to look, because of the policies. And this is what they like. They like the crime rate to go up. They impose these policies. They increase the crime rate, right? Increase poverty, increase crime rate, increase stress levels in our communities. And we just constantly do crazy stuff. And then they sit back on the sidelines and make you think that they're the ones that's going to come in and save us. You keep thinking it's the Democrats that's going to save you. Or that they're the ones that's going to help you get out of this vicious cycle of poverty and corruption and crime in our cities. While they sit back and cause it. You know, how are they going to be the ones to help you when they're the ones causing it? So I'm just going to end this. I'm doing it on my phone. I didn't even do this on my computer. I just saw this and I felt like I had to do this message really quick. You know, I'm on my phone, I'm in my house, and just like, I just said, let me just do this really quick. I just have to get this message out. Anyway, people, just be ready because, like I said, we have a lot of people here that don't believe in our values as America, right? They don't believe in our Constitution. They've never lived under a Constitution. They've never lived free. They have no thoughts on what liberty is like, what the word even means to experience that. They don't know or understand human rights. These are people who have never experienced that before. They don't understand it and they don't respect it. These are people who, for 15, 20 to 30 years or so of their life, have opposed it. And now, they're brought smack in the middle of it. You have hundreds of thousands of people here who don't believe that women should even leave their home. They believe that women are supposed to stay home for the rest of their life and do everything in the house that the man wants them to. Yeah, there's people here right now that believe that live by that code, that their women are not supposed to leave the house. Yeah. Their women are not supposed to talk when other people are around. Yeah. Their women are not supposed to look at anyone else but them. They have to keep their heads down and not look at anyone. Yeah. We have thousands of people that believe that right here, now here in America. Yeah. How do you think they're going to feel when they're out and they see all these women doing whatever they want? right? Doing whatever they want. Playing with kids in the street, at the park, talking to 2, 3 different guys, having a little, conversation on a corner somewhere. It disgusts them. We disgust these people because we live in a constitutional republic. Just that alone disgusts them. That you can say whatever you want to say. Yeah. So, so just know we have a lot of those people here now. And our Second Amendment, literally, our Second Amendment has never been more important. Live by that code by all means necessary. However you need to. At the end of the day, you have to live here. And with that, I'm going to say have a good day. Stay blessed. God bless America.